Hello everyone, and welcome to my kit bashing video for turning veteran guardsmen into what I like to call the chosen men of Krieg. These are a kit bash idea I had when I got back into wargaming. I think it was last year. I got into Kill Team, and I was also watching the Sharpe TV series, and so I was like, yeah, I want to do a kit bash where I make Sharpe's chosen men as veteran guardsmen. So these are some of my kit bashes here. You see I've base coded one already. We'll come to those in a sec, because I want to show you the sprue I used, which was from Wargames Atlantic. So I'm going to show you, this is the sprue you get in the box. You get, I think, 8 of these sprues, I believe, totaling to, should be 1, 2, 3, 4... Is that right? 4 times 8, 2 to 16, 32. Yeah, you get 8 of these sprues, which comes the ability to build 4 riflemen. And I'll just go through those quickly. So you got the heads here. I think this one here is supposed to be Richard Sharpe or Sean Bean. And then you've got one with just bare head there. There's one there with like a sort of headscarf kind of hat, and 2 with that kind of, I don't know the name of the hat, I'll have to put it up on screen here somewhere. I'll put it up there. And it's like a kind of Scottish style hat, I want to say. I could be wrong. You got some arms there, which we're not going to use in this kit bash. We're only going to use the bodies and the heads, and the arms and stuff will come from the veteran guardsmen. So you've got these arms here, various arms. One's for holding weapons there, one that's pointing, a little musician trumpet arm there. You got some backpacks as well. Then you got the rifle arms. You got a rifle arm there and a sword arm. Sorry, that one I think is going to be like a dude reloading. It's probably a reloading arm. In fact, there is. I'll put up a picture here of the models again from Wargames Atlantic's website. And yeah, it's one guy reloading his rifle there. You got a sheath or scabbard, if you will. Some more heads here. These have got the more sort of typical style Napoleonic hats on them. They are lovely. And more weapon options there. Again, rifles. You've even got the volley gun, which famously was used by... I can't remember his name. I can't remember the name of the character. It's like Sharpe's right-hand man. He finds a volley gun. He ends up using it a lot. It's like his famous gun. That I've used for my gunner option. I'll show you in a bit. But that's that one there. And then some more arms there. I think that's the arm that's holding like the powder. Reloading the gun. And then bodies. You've got a crouching one here. And then a couple of different standing poses. And then you got some loose legs here, which attach onto the choice of 1, 2, 3 different torsos. Those being this one, which is supposed to be like your sort of general's torso or leader's torso. And then a couple of other troop torsos here and here. And yeah, so that's that sprue there. It's a nice little kit if you want to do this kit bash. I didn't need the whole lot, so you might be better off trying to get these online. You can usually get these historical sprues singly online on eBay. And people will buy the kits and then sell the spare sprues that are full that they didn't touch and don't need anymore. So I'd advise maybe looking into that, unless you want the spare parts lying around, which, I mean, I kind of didn't plan for, but it's worked out for this video, certainly, so I can show you this kit bash. So I'll put that aside. So I'll just show you quickly some of the ones I've done. So here is Harper, I think his name was, in the Sharpe TV show with his volley gun. What I had to do for this guy was actually cut the hands off the Wargames Atlantic arm and then stick the hands onto the arms for the veteran guardsmen there as I attach them. I just thought because he's supposed to be Harper, I thought that would be great to make him the gunner, give him the volley gun, and I could just say, in this game, he's running as a flamer or whatever. And that's how I'm going to run that. If I do, although saying that, I kind of fell out of doing Kill Team. I might get back into it, and I can with these guys, because I believe Vet Guardsmen are still a team. They might have a different name in 3rd edition, I don't know. But one thing I do want to do is, for 40k, there are 2 armies I want to make for 40k, when I get round to it. That's Tyranids and Guard. And of course, continuing this theme, for my Guard, it's going to be Napoleonic. It's going to be Wellington's Waterloo kind of army vibes. So I'll have, obviously, these guys as a unit. I've got a few more in the cabinet there, which I won't get out. But I'll have some Kriegsmen, who will be like the 95th Rifles, the Riflemen, and then regular Cadians will be regular sort of line infantry and stuff, and so on and so on and so on. But that's way off in the future, because I do not have the money for that, or the space, or the time right now. I've got an Ogre army to build, I've got Seraphon army to build, I've got lots to build. So, but that's definitely something I do want to do in the future. This guy here, it's one of our, just a regular trooper dude. Is that? Then you got, I want to say this was the comms veteran. There he is. You'll notice some of these, you can just see where they've got the moulded on bases for the models, where I've just left them on, and some of them, like Harper here, I actually ended up sort of trying to cut it off. Some of them I did shave them back a bit, make them a bit less conspicuous. Some of them I just didn't be bothered with. This one's obviously supposed to be Richard Sharpe himself. Here he is with his power sword. And of course, the sergeants don't have rifles, but for the aesthetic, it works. And I've put some pouches on his side and stuff. So let's get into the Kitbash. So things you're going to need, obviously, are one of these British Rifleman Sprues from Wargames Atlantic, and then some spare parts. You're going to want the Veteran Guardsman backpack, and then weapon choices. I'm probably going to go for just a simple rifle, probably this one, and then obviously one of the arms to connect it to the body. So it's just those 3 pieces from the kit, and obviously the bases, but I'm not going to attach this one to a base yet. So let's choose our body, and let's simply go for one that's fully assembled here. I'll get him off the sprue, and give him a little bit of a clean-up. Okay, so that's had a bit of a clean-up there. We'll get a head as well. We're going to attach the head first. I'll go with one of the regular heads, I think, because I'm just making a regular trooper. And after giving that a nice bit of a clean up as well, we'll attach this head to the body here. They go on nicely like that. So there he is. So that's the main body of our chosen men of Krieg there. So now comes the tricky part, the arms, fitting the arms, because they're slightly larger in scale, Games Workshop parts, and the backpack. Backpack's an easy one. Probably let this dry a bit before we try and add anything. But I just want to make sure these arms do fit. So this one's going to go across like such. I'll get some blue tack. A little blue tack. Chook. That one's going to go across like such. Probably like that. And this one needs to come across. And fit on there somehow. Now, that's not a perfect match in terms of arms. Might have to do a little digging, see if I can find the right arm. So this is where things do get tricky, because I think the Krieg bodies are probably slightly wider than these bodies. So we might have to do a bit of filing just to get these to fit on nicely. What I'll do, I'm going to attach on the arm, and then we can kind of play about with it. Right, so that's kind of on there loosely. And then we've got this arm. Try and fit this one on maybe. It's a bit of a stretch. We need to kind of angle that a bit to be there. Get out the old metal file and just file away. Now, it'd probably help if I had this miniature in focus. Come on. Focus. Thank you. It'd probably help if I had a fresh sprue of veteran guardsman parts. These are just some spare bits. I bought like a job lot on eBay recently of just some bits and bobs, and it came with some veteran guardsmen, some I think AdMech, and some Space Marine parts, and some other bits and bobs. It was just a mixed job lot. So these parts are probably not exact matches as well, but I'll just angle that a bit. And that's good. We can bring that arm in there, attach it like so. That needs to attach there, like that. It's not perfect fit, but we can fill that in with some green stuff. And same with at the back here, we'll have to fill that in a little bit. Might angle that a bit more. Maybe get out the old sprue goo. No, I think that might sit alright. Just getting the hand touch there. We'll need something there just to touch that and put some sprue goo in there. Oh, I'm so sorry, Harper. Oh no. Oh, my dude. Oh, let's move those out of the way before I shake my bloody stuff. Oh, I might need to do this off camera. Right. Sprue goo. Here we come. Okay, just a bit of that. Just in there. Oh! Oh, it's on my finger. Oh dear, I'm making such a mess. Oh dear. It's actually gone in there though. That's okay. Somewhat worked. And then on his hand as well, we'll put a sprue goo in there just to help that connect. There we go, and there he is. Put some sprue goo there in between where the hand is and on the shoulder joint there. Might need a little bit more sprue goo, I don't know. We'll see when that dries. But that's pretty much the main body built up there. And that is literally it. It's a very simple kitbash. The last thing is the backpack. Now, as you'll notice, these backpacks have a sort of bit that sticks out. That's to go into the veteran guardsman body. We need to cut that bit off just to get it to fit onto the bodies of the riflemen. Just do that very simply, like so. Okay. It's very simple. And then I can just slice that down a bit. And these are the hardest things to kind of stick on because there's still a bit of a gap on these bodies here, but they're going to go on. It's basically just going to go on like that, very simply. And we'll use our sprue goo for this, and let that do a contact dry. I'm going to bring it down a bit actually, and tempted to chuck a bit more sprue goo in there, but that should dry really nicely when it dries. I'm going to put a bit more in that armpit there, I think. Not that much more. Ugh. This is hard to do through. Oh! Not that much more! a bit too much. Emergency. Okay, I kind of fucked up a bit there, but you get the gist. There we go. Right. And so that is our chosen man of Krieg with his splodgy armpit there in his glory. Of course, you can add little bits and bobs to him if you wanted to. You could also make the gunner types and general types. And it's quite a nice little aesthetic kitbash. As I say, for my guard army, when I get round to it, I'll be doing Wellington's Waterloo Army kind of vibes. Plan to get some Victrix models for that, because I'll need different infantry than riflemen. But there's some Krieg models in there, and obviously for them I'll give them some Krieg parts and whatnot, just to spruce them up a bit more. So I hope you like this video, and do subscribe if you want to. Do subscribe if you want to stay informed on my hobby adventures. Look out for more kit bashing videos. I've got one that I'm working on where I'm turning this guy and a salamander from Kings of War, these are both from Kings of War, into an agrodom, which is probably... Stand up, Private. Come on, stand up. No. Be off with you. Which is probably in the works. It's probably not out yet, but I will get that done. It's just I've got some parts drying over here before I do any more kit bashing stuff, because I do need to do some carving into arms, which I stupidly decided to glue the spears on or glue the shields on. And now I'm thinking I need to maybe carve off some of this arm pad and give it something different there. So I need to wait for that to fully dry, I think, before I start getting into that. But if you like this video, do subscribe. There'll be more kit bashing and unboxing videos in the future. Probably not painting tutorials, because I'm not great at painting. But if you do want to see maybe a painting video, I could try and do that. But I hope you like it, and I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.